I got Richard. I got Richard.
No. Story. God, like because we're alone, it's kind of private.
What did my...
Hi.
Hey, tell a story.
What is are we on? Can't hear me. No.
They're cranking it back there.
Oh, hello. Hey. We have amplification.
Okay.
Number 9.
It's so nice not to have to hear Eddie. This is perfect. Let's just ask some questions.
Well, first off, Eddie, welcome back to Dallas. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you.
The rest of you guys, thanks for coming out. There's a lot of love for Warehouse 13 in the room. I know that there were a lot of screaming and wailing and gnashing of teeth when the announcement came from Sci-Fi.
Screaming and yelling and
Gnashing of teeth. Sounds like a Friday night.
I know, it's kind of weird. We're all waiting, you know, going, wait, Defiance is on. We'll do really well after Defiance, right?
Yeah.
Defiance, so they're spending $50 billion on the advertising of Defiance. And they shut up.
I don't even like Defiance.
Right.
It's a crappy
Right, there you go. So, billions of dollars on Defiance in the game. You're a warehouse girl right now. Right now you're a warehouse girl. So we're all talking to each other, reading each other, going, so what'll it be? What'll it be? Eddie. We're gonna have a 5th season. Relax. We are? Yes. Idiot, man. So we go, wait, what happened to these numbers? And suddenly the numbers were like, whoa. Suddenly they're down, and they're not counting the fact that you guys watch it in the millions 3 or 4 days later. And the weird thing is, you start to, as an actor, we all talk to each other, and then you realize...
Not talking to me.
Not talking to you. No, talking to you. But the thing is...
I don't know, I just suddenly made it about me, but keep going.
I kind of was trying to talk about all of us. But the weird thing was that everybody was talking about the fact, I mean, the whole industry was talking about the fact that why aren't the advertisers counting what they call live +3? There's advertising, you can't even change it. I mean, you can't even fast forward through it. So they're getting ads, and the rationale is, well, they can do it. Why can they do it? Well,
They will start doing it. They will, won't they?
well, they say they can do it because, why does a dog lick its... Because it can't
make it to hell under the fist.
I mean, easy. Absolutely correct. So, anyway, hi! We're here and canceled, but the last 6 episodes are kind of awesome.
You're gonna love them!
If you ever get to see them, you're gonna like them.
Is there a premiere date set yet? Because we have not seen that
Well,
release.
let's ask Defiance when they're on.
Well, we are in June, so...
Me?
One. The Socialist Network. One airs in June.
Yeah, well, probably, no, I guess they're going to put us together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And
Because then you can have double the Jaime Murray. Oh, God!
Are they, no, it's okay, it's fine. We're fine.
Did I mention that we don't like Defiance? I like Defiance.
You know why she likes Defiance? Why do you like Defiance?
Oh, well, look, I mean, I marathoned the show in a couple days. Oh, you marathoned what? I marathoned the show in a couple days. I've visited. Has anyone seen my son? Yeah. Yeah, where is he?
Is there a
thing happening here?
Yeah, is he in the audience? I think he's outside smoking a cigarette, being cooler than everybody. Not for smoking. Smoking's not cool at all.
What's his name?
No.
Who are Defiance fans here? Who are Warehouse 13 fans here? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, let's not talk about Defiance anymore. Your panel was yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your room, Saul.
Go.
Eddie, what story were you going to tell?
Oh, it was filthy. It was a filthy story.
I was gonna say, you know, when Warehouse got put on at 10 o'clock at night,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, we were on at 9,
There should have been more sex.
and we were,
I mean, like, wow, we had that.
But you were on the show that had, how many baths have you taken on that?
Oh yeah, I'm a very dirty alien. God, you know your brand better than anybody. I mean, it's incredible to watch you work. On set, no.
Yeah, they put them on at 9 o'clock with all this sex and violence, and we were at 10 o'clock. We're a family show.
and we should have been on at 8 the whole time.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's how you and then
Nobody complained
they
enough
go,
about it.
yeah, the numbers just aren't there. I'm like, well, we're on at 10. You know.
Okay, this grousing has to
All right, I'll
stop.
say.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, you guys, for coming. To to have this kind of turnout for our show is like, I was saying I needed this, man. I've been unemployed now for 4 months. I'm spending a lot of time playing Call of Duty in my underwear.
What's your gamer tags that people can play against
My
you?
fingers have been dyed orange from eating the Cheetos. Like, I got one hand in the Cheetos.
I was just about to make the filthiest joke. I was not going to do it. It's contagious.
Orange.
Unemployed for 4 months. I seem to recall one of the highest rated. What's the highest rated sitcom right now on network television? Would you say? What would that be called?
Modern
Would that be called Modern Family? I wonder which of us here was recently on Modern Family. You got to get married in the phone call? So he likes to say he's what?
I don't like to talk. I don't want to brag, you know. Bragger.
Liar.
So Allison,
He just needs a hug.
the recent Chastity Kills has to be a really good time for you at this point because you can
Chastity
actually...
Bites.
Chastity Bites.
Sure, yeah.
We're going to show the trailer for it all weekend here in the room.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh my
What did you guys... You saw the trailer, right? What you guys
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, Chastity Bites comes out on DVD on Valentine's Day. So,
Can we see the trailer?
no, not right now. Let's talk about Warehouse. You guys can watch the Chastity Bites trailer anytime on YouTube.
Chastity Bites.
Chastity Bites.
Chastity does bite.
Oh, Chastity
It does.
Bites.
That's
Chastity Bites.
Just want to see the sex
Chastity
tape.
Bites is her.
Valentine's Day. Right.
Yeah, if you and your loved one want to watch a sort of alternative, pro-feminist, pro-love, pro-gay, horror comedy.
I love the gays.
Was
Where
a lot
I
of fun.
play a sort of Nancy Drew / Buffy type heroine, then yeah, check out Chastity Bites. It also stars Francia Raisa from Secret Life of the American Teenager. She plays my best friend, and we became quasi-best friends over the course of filming, so we had a good time on it.
Gentlemen.
Wait, Allison.
You didn't
Allison,
like
wait,
them more
wait,
than us,
wait,
though,
wait,
do you?
wait. Allison, who has, what's Allison doing? What we're shooting, what's she doing? Oh, she's taking tap lessons. Okay, cool. Are we going to be doing tap on the show? No, we didn't know. No. Oh, what's she doing? She's taking dance lessons. What's she doing now? She's got voice lessons. She playing guitar? Well, she's already learned how to play guitar. She's doing bass lessons. What else is she doing? She's doing ballet. Now she's doing modern dance. What is she working towards? We're not doing any of this. Show me she's young. She's about to star in an off-Broadway musical originating this role.
It's called Jasper in Deadland. It's based on the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, about a high school kid who ventures to the underworld to save his best friend.
Sci-fi musical.
It's basically a sci-fi musical. You meet hilarious Norse gods and demons and
Say the title again.
Jasper in Deadland. I start rehearsal in 1 week. I could cry when I
How did you get the
think
role?
about it. Well, the director actually directed me in the play that I got the chance to do in New York a couple years ago, called Unhealthy. I actually got to meet some Warehouse fans who came a long way to see Unhealthy, which was really cool.
Cassie Scaglione.
Yeah, so this director a week ago, emailed me and said, "Are you interested? Are you available? I want you for the lead in this off-Broadway musical I'm doing." I sent him my demo reel and some tape of me singing that from last summer when I was auditioning for a different musical. And the next day I had the offer, and it still doesn't feel real because when I was 5 years old, I made up my mind in elementary school in South Louisiana, where I was living at the time. I thought, okay, I'm going to go to a performing arts high school and maybe a conservatory for college, and then one day I'm going to move to New York and be on Broadway. I'm going to start crying.
So what's really cool is as Arnie, Allison's 23 now, I think, and my daughter's 22. And when Allison started doing the show, you were just 19.
18.
You were 18. And my daughter was 17 at the time. And my daughter went to college and majored in theater and is now graduated and wants to be an actor and is a writer. So watching, and they're friends. And I had this father role, which was one of the best roles I've ever had, and one of the best on-screen relationships other than with you, Eddie.
What am I, chocolate?
I've ever had was the chemistry that was instant between Allison and I. Even though I was, 62 or something when you came on the show and you were 19, I didn't feel like a father-daughter in that situation because she'd been working for a number of years since she was 8, and it was immediately colleagues. We were colleagues right away. It was an equality, but she was 18 and I was 62, and there was it written into it. You can tell, and it was written into it. So watching all this hard work, because it's not accidental that she got this role, and watching this hard work that she'd done for years and years and years, and getting knocked down and doing an audition and not even getting a call back for it, or singing and feeling like shit that wasn't out there, and playing guitar not well, and then finally playing it well, and then getting an opportunity with Jack Kenny actually writing for her to actually sing on the show, and having these opportunities, so watching the hard work, and also, just as a dad, my daughter, who gets to watch her friend's hard work pay off in this wonderful way. I mean, success or failure, who knows what will happen, but she's taking this great, huge, risky chance to do this. And believe me, turning down stuff that would pay her a lot more than this. And I'm really proud of you.
A similar kind of aspiration. I thought to myself, when I get a little older, I'll get out of jail. I'm gonna put down the broom.
He's not kidding.
And the shovel, and I'm gonna be somebody.
And look at you now.
Wow. You're sitting on your couch eating Cheetos. Whoop.
That's right. On the couch eating Cheetos, playing Call of Duty. Not well. Not good.
If you have one memory, Eddie, of your work with Warehouse 13, working behind the scenes, working with this great cast, is there one thing that pops to mind when I say that? It's like that one clear moment where that's the thing I'm going to take, and so that I want to hang on to that memory before anything else goes away.
I have to say for me, look, I'm an emotional guy. It's one of the reasons I became an actor. It's hard for me sometimes to speak about things that. I get emotional, so I'm going to try not to cry, but there's a moment in season 5 where Pete basically, he really gets to tell everybody that it's all about them, like everything that he's done was for them, and Jack Kenny, our director, came up to me and he goes, "You will never have a chance to say this to these people ever again, just take that." Action! I got everybody standing in front of me, and I'm not good at controlling those emotions, no matter how I try. And it was like one of those moments where I got to say goodbye to my friends, to my family, and to the people that have, trusted. Who have
not completely
smelled you,
who loved me and hated me, and all the emotions and things that you go through as a family. So
It really is a family. It really is.
Yeah.
Jamie, coming into this, I mean, you've worked on some really amazing ensembles, not just Rouse the Chain, also your work with on Miracle Day, Torchwood. Phenomenal cast all around. What will you take away from your experience of working with this bunch of misfits?
Well, you know, the thing is, you only ever see, you know, if we're talking about, we're being very honest about what it's like for us, you know, and you only ever see our successes, and, you know, we really care passionately about what we do. You can see these guys talking about it. It's like a family, it's your life, and so sometimes when things don't go so well, it's very crushing. And I think I was a bit crushed before I came to Warehouse. You know, I don't know, I can't remember. It's not like I went from one job to another. I'd been out of work for a while, and you know, when you're out of work, you're not always just watching, playing Call of Duty and eating Cheetos. You're often auditioning and being rejected and rejected and rejected. And so I'd been a bit crushed, and then I came into this family. But I don't know, there's sometimes different sets. Like some families are functional and some are not. And you know, you get a bit nervous, especially when you're going into something second season. And these people were so welcoming to me and so loving towards me. And I don't live in England anymore, so I don't even live near my family. I live in LA. So to be welcomed by these people, you know, there are moments in life that kind of, you know, you get a hug and it kind of, you evolve, you know, people make you feel good and it changes your perspective in life. And so, you know, they are profound experiences when you work with people like this and you're part of something like this.
I have this, I was just looking for this. This happened to me because I didn't know Philip Seymour Hoffman, but I was reading different things about him. And this quote came to me, and it really touched me, and it's about what we're talking about, if you let me read it. He wrote, or he said, what you go through with another actor in a good play or film, something that's well written and that means something deeply to both of you, is a very intimate thing. It's like I'm here for you, you're here for me, and you're soundly pushing each other forward and up. You'll never look at those people the same way again for the rest of your life. I can go 10 years and not see that actor. And then when I see them, the connection is immediate, and that connection might be awkward, but it's definitely going to be informed by the fact that we did something together that I'm not going to do with pretty much 99.999% of people, even people in my family. And that's what happens to actors, is that you know, it's like the Catholics have this great phrase, which is, act as if you have faith, and faith shall be unto you. You know, clearly not a Catholic. But
they also say, you're going to burn in hell.
So let's leave that aside. They do say some good shit. And that one is like when actors, you know, pretending to have these moments with each other. The truth is our bodies, even though their lines are to each other, we have these incredibly intimate moments with each other years later. I mean,
I was playing such a screwed up character, you know, I was playing such a, she's a bad woman, you know, there was redemption in the character, but, you know, I had to go to some quite dark places, and, you know, these people, you know, would look me in the eye, and they were there for me, and, you know, sometimes when you know, in sci-fi genre, you know, you've got such big themes, and you're playing such big moments, so you look in those eyes and they're supporting you, and I mean, Eddie mucks around all the time, but when between action and cut, the kindness and the generosity in his eyes will allow me to play with him, and these people let me play with them. and you know, it's not as easy as you might think, and they are very kind people. Yeah.
Well, the first 5 minutes, they're like, okay, so Jaime Murray's coming in, and I'm like, so we're gonna, hi, Jamie, hi, Eddie, hi, okay, because we had to, like, I met her, and then we had to make out, like, you know, because there's that scene where...
And he ate Cheetos just before. Awesome. And then I was like, you know what, I think I would rather kiss Joanne. Because I hate the Cheetos.
well, he was being awfully nice to you because it was your first time. Normally when he kisses somebody the first time, he farts, right?
Or in Steve Carell's case, didn't you eat a plate of bacon?
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs.
Right before
Well,
you miss Joanne.
and then, but the thing is
Bombay
like,
mix.
later on that day, it was like, hello, Eddie, are you in China? Yeah, hello? And she was like, hello, can I come in?
Who, me?
I was like, listen, babe, it's just acting.
I just wanted some Cheetos. Okay.
You know,
I didn't know. I
wolf,
wasn't
sister.
sure what you were talking about. Was that a British accent?
I'm a shark.
Was that a British accent? It was Urdu or something.
We've got people lined up on both sides that they want to ask questions, so let's start over. I will make you rise. Rise. Question and answers. Rise.
Marilyn.
With season